can feel it. Aiming for the stars against the sky. When we are together, we are bright. We'll light up. We've been waiting for this moment to come. We were made for this adventure. We feel it in our blood. We'll light up. Eyes open wide and the world is before us. We are the sound of a beautiful chorus. Holding to the feeling, you and I. When we are together, we are bright. We'll light up. We've been waiting for this moment to come. We were made for this adventure. We feel it in our blood. We'll light up. We have everything we need and we know. We were made for this adventure and we were made to go.
Okay, ready?
This is our city, our home, our place. Our life is here, among rivers and lakes, though sometimes I fear it gives less than it takes. The disease is invisible, silent, and deadly. COVID-19, the country wasn't ready. Thousands dead, but the numbers still ain't steady. Our calendars are empty, full of crossed out dreams. Birthdays, graduations, we've lost our celebrations, lost occupations, and now we're losing patience. Mask on, shapeshifter, gotta change my face, trying hard not to let my culture be erased. There's nothing social about the distance. hidden in our homes, because whether it's the violence or the virus, something's in the air trying to kill us. Home of the brave, land of the free? Does that statement apply to me? On my knees praying, Lord, please, there's more of us dying than the fallen leaves. Marcus, George, Brianna, Jamar, shouting their names loud and far. No justice, no peace, and they still ain't prosecuting police. Charge for the strays, not the people in an early grave, screaming black power as we march down lake. The darkness is growing, but we gotta stay hopeful. Working together, we can make our city better. Might not see it in the media, but Minneapolis is cleaning up. Coming together to help ends meet. We're cleaning up the debris, putting our lives back together, piece by piece. Working together to rebuild the block. Brick by brick, the violence may never stop, but we can build hope in these empty lots. Don't you realize this is our time? With my mentors right beside me, reaching forward, always climbing towards a better future. We are the solution. These words, these people, you and me, we can break the cycle, break free from the institution. And the truth is, black, brown, white, together, this is our fight. This is our city, our home, our place, connected by the water, rivers, and lakes. Just like the Mississippi, we might bend, but we won't break. We'll lift our city higher, no matter what it takes.
Welcome to the Urban Ventures Fall event. Thank you for joining us. Normally, we would gather together in the Colin Powell Center at Urban Ventures campus in South Minneapolis. But, of course, there is very little normal about this year. Still, we are grateful to have an even broader audience as we share some amazing stories from our community and invite even more of you to be a part of our effort to transform our city. Lake Street experienced a brief moment of infamy this summer as images of peaceful protests and violent looting were broadcast around the world. While the world's focus was here for a few weeks, Urban Ventures' focus has been here over 25 years. Because of our long-lasting relationships and history in the community, we were able to respond rapidly and effectively when our city was burning, our neighbors were scared, and our community was hurting. From the pandemic to the social unrest, there has been a lot of distance, division, and destruction this year. It is fair to say this is one of the most difficult seasons we've ever experienced. But those challenges have also demonstrated how much better we are together. Tonight, we are excited to share with you some of the inspiring stories we're experiencing as we work to rebuild small businesses and support local families. We can't wait to showcase some of our students and the programs helping them find hope in difficult times. We're thrilled to tell you about our newest initiatives expanding upon our Cradle to Career philosophy of care. And we're inviting you to be part of bringing systemic change to our community. In this difficult year, many of you have helped us have an immediate impact. Now, we're asking you to make a long-lasting one. To get started, let's join John Turnipseed across campus to share more about the challenges of 2020 and how Urban Ventures has responded.
Life has never been easy on Lake Street. I know that because I grew up here. As a kid, I was part of the problem. Drug dealing, armed robbery, murder, you name it. But 25 years ago, I decided I wanted to change. And Urban Ventures is the one place that I found that would help me make the changes I need to be the man I was created to be. In 2020, life on Lake Street is hard for different reasons. This spring, the pandemic wreaked havoc on families who are already struggling to make ends meet. And small businesses were the first to suffer the great economic toll. This summer, the murder of George Floyd made our neighborhood the epicenter of global outrage. Images of military vehicles and burning buildings were broadcast around the world, but we could look out our broken windows and see the damage. This fall, students have been forced into distant learning. Overworked parents are trying to juggle work and multiple jobs while educating at home. The challenges might be new, but just like me, the neighborhood is full of people who want to be God-created, who want to be what God created them to be. I found hope in Jesus, and it transformed my life. And it is that same hope in Jesus that motivates the work of Urban Ventures. We have been doing in the neighborhood for more than 25 years. 2020 has reminded us of how unique and special the work we can do is. This spring, through our benevolence fund, we were able to support families that had lost jobs in the pandemic. We brought our music program online, offering free digital classes. And our farm program produced over 3 times the food it produced last year for nutritious produce for hungry neighbors. This summer, after our neighborhood was ripped apart, you helped us provide over $1 million in immediate relief for small businesses. When local stores were destroyed, we converted our buildings into a food distribution center, and you showed up with more than $500,000 worth of household goods and for neighborhood family and food. This fall, through our Center for Families, we've transformed large parts of our campus into distant learning centers, where 45 kids come regularly to participate in classes and to receive healthy meals and get in-person help from our staff and volunteers. Because of Urban Ventures' size, relationships, and longevity within our community, we were able to respond rapidly and effectively to the unique challenges of this year. More importantly, we will continue to be here doing the same hard work of serving our community no matter what comes in the future, as the challenges of COVID-19 and the death of George Floyd overwhelmed our community. The Urban Ventures music program shined as a safe place for kids to come and neighborhood youth to express and explore everything they were processing. Now I want you to listen to the story of a young woman who arrived at Urban Ventures by accident, but ended up finding a deep purpose.
My name is Halima Liban Hassan. I grew up here in Minneapolis, St. Paul, Twin City area. I'm more comfortable calling myself an artist because for me personally, I like freedom. To say that I'm a rapper means that I only rap. I want to do more than just rap. I want to make all types of music. And just say I'm a rapper is just saying like, I'm only good at one thing. Because I was always that shy kid who does not want to be in the limelight, be in the spotlight. And Urban Adventures like that push I needed.
So my initial question for everyone that comes in here the first time is, why are you here? And some of them have an answer ready. Some of them, it takes them a minute, but everybody has an answer. Halima came here with a student that had been here for a little while. The young lady that she came here with as a friend came to me in a group. So when she brought Halima with her, I figured that, she was a singer too or something like that.
Me being me, I'm just in my shell. I'm just on the couch. Like, don't mind me. Y'all can just continue your class. I'm not really here. And then, of course, my friend, she was just like, she does poetry. I was like,
You have poetry, you're nervous about people hearing it. So then it became my mission, like, okay, so now I gotta figure out how to get her to let that down a little bit, because she was good. And I think a lot of times we critique our own poetry and we think other people can't handle it, so we don't want to say it to them. But once you do, you realize that what you have is worth sharing, and that's what happened to her. She realized what she had was worth sharing. And then she allowed me to push her a little bit. And that's how I figured out the why are you here.
When I first came here to Urban Adventures, my biggest challenge was just being vulnerable, because it wasn't necessarily the art that I was scared to share. It was more of like to just sit back and like open up about something that you never talked about before. It was really hard.
Until she was comfortable hearing her physical voice, she couldn't choose a rap voice. So until she was comfortable speaking, she wasn't even gonna try it.
And one day Mike was just like, we should just record your poems. Like, just get in the studio, you can just try it. Just try it. This is a kid who was in their shell, who did not talk to people very much. And now they're performing in front of random people. It's something about here that has a different energy. It brings something out of me. Every time I come here, I have something new to offer the world.
I've seen students try things that they were afraid to do when they got here. It makes me most proud to know that they're not afraid. They come through this program and they develop courage. And like, now she realizes that this community has been looking for her story.
I never knew that my neighborhood had something for us. No, this is a place where you can create, a place that you can explore yourself and like kind of open my eyes where just like your voice matters, you know?
The footprint in Santa grew into my feet, couldn't fit in those shoes that I knew when I landed. The new spit is Spanish, the two Englishmen in a bar with a rabbi, a pope, and a Salem witch. Yeah, but it's no joke. Rappers that step to one butter, no smoke. It's wedding up Osman. Sun is up close, whether in class or home. The studs is cutthroat in front. What up though? Like Big Mike from the go. I'm from a tough code, gets stuck to your clothes. It's love you must know. Rich Lizzie's from Minnesota. St. Paul, baby, east side till I croak. Yeah, but I'll also be a Mars, the one on Lake Street, not the one by the stars, but the one that makes stars. Go hard and play hard, but we never dull, boy. We shout like quasars.
Welcome to Mars. Some of us call it the Haven. They tell us shoot for the stars, and it's the music we saving. One step for man, two for mankind, three for hip hop for life at the hub in the gut with my world to survive.
Check out the stars. I'm in it, have a spaceship, but I'm still flying far. No time for beef, cause I'm raising the stakes. I'm doing my thing and I don't care who hate. I come with the real, ain't got no time for fakes. Pursuing my passions, I don't care who hate. I crashed and burned a million times. Nothing that's put in my way gon' put out my fire. Look me in my eyes and tell me the truth. The best thing you can do for yourself is to just be you.
Welcome to Mars. Some of us call it the Haven. They tell us shoot for the stars, and it's the music we saving. One step for man, two for mankind, three for hip hop for life at the hub in the cut with my world to survive.
Piano hands. Usual Korea, that was never in the plans. Took it and rolled him out of my pants. Thank you, Mike. I pay you time, hop on the bus, let's get the most consistently. This ain't a plan or therapy, but now my people, they hearing me. Positive energy was never there for me. Taught the kids right to pick up a pen when the world was burning. Now my city on fire, I gotta go hard for family and scars. I reach for the star in my own neighborhood. Could be bigger and better, who order the lords? Yeah.
Welcome to Mars. Some of us call it the haven. They tell us shoot for the stars, and it's the music we saving. One step for man, two for mankind, three for hip hop for life at the hub in the cut with my woes to survive.
First it was a verse that I was spitting in the shower. From that to years later I'm swinging full of power. I talk a little bit from something I speak. A lot of you via military influence as my reference. That's indefinite. Muhammad Ali, fly high like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Ships are down, so I gotta make a lot of money. Fingers crossed, my mama got me, rest in peace. Yo, on the mic, I been rhyming to the beat I see. It's been a minute since I've been in Energize a Bunny. My verses are, so I'ma go and have a seat. But I'm around if you need me for another beat. Peace.
Spaceship, but I'm still flying far.
Welcome to Mars. Some of us call it the haven. They tell us shoot for the stars, and it's the music we saving. One step for man, two for mankind, three for hip hop for life at the hub in the cut with my woes to survive.
Life in UV, come and follow me. Might have to roll up our sleeves, cause we are on TV. If I rap, I rhyme, I speak, I flow, I write my life, I live my show, I tell my story, I give my heart, I make this vow, I will go hard. It's my therapy to be where I am free, and I just need somebody to take me under their wings. It's our chemistry, energy so unique, and the hub is just the perfect place for us to be. Yeah, yeah.
Welcome to Mars. Some of us call it the haven. They tell us shoot for the stars, and it's the music we saving. One step for man, two for mankind, three for hip hop for life at the hub in the cut with my woes to survive.
Wasn't that great? A big thanks to Mike and our music students for putting that together. Halima's story is a great example of how programs at Urban Ventures provide new paths for our participants. Every program is a potential connection for a new family, and families are often surprised at just how much Urban Ventures has to offer. There are parenting classes for every stage of life, athletic programs for children of all ages, an urban farm that models sustainability and provides fresh, nutritious food for local residents, a literacy program that helps students catch up to the appropriate reading level, a program providing full need scholarships for students to attend college, and so much more. These are all part of our cradle to career philosophy of care. Our goal is to send every child in this neighborhood to college or some form of post-secondary education by 2040. Each program is designed to offer support at critical stages during a child's development. Urban Ventures is continuously working to expand and improve this cradle-to-career pipeline. After careful planning with community leaders, Urban Ventures identified 2 new ways it could offer vital support to the community. To resource these initiatives, a special fundraising effort was created called the Empower Campaign. One of these new initiatives will help children in the crucial early years. The other will set them up for better careers as they become adults. Here to tell you more are Benny Roberts and Susana Espinosa. Off to you, Benny.
Thanks, Brandy. Hi, I'm Benny Roberts. I'm the Vice President of Youth and Career Development here at Urban Ventures, and I'm excited to tell you about a new initiative that we'll be launching. So as we step into this space, this space will actually be converted to our Innovation Center. And our Innovation Center helps us expand our programming here at Urban Ventures and fits very seamlessly with our mission to prepare and send all of our youth to some form of post-secondary by the year 2040. Now, what has been missing out in that is some of the career paths, and we're super excited that we're gonna be able to introduce STEM fields to our students. Not only is it a confidence booster, it's also a viable skill that students can learn that can help them with finding a career. So if you can imagine with me just a little bit, this space, when a student walks in, will have 5 to 6 stations that they can work from. It'll all be pretty portable, but there'll be like flat screen TVs spaced out. And then back in the day, they had these Murphy beds, and the table will actually be kind of set up just like that. So a kid will walk in, and when they're ready to practice some of the things that they're programming, they can literally fold the table into the wall and they'll have more space. And so at some point you'll walk in here and kids will be programming drones and other kind of devices. But it's gonna be a whole lot of fun for them and a lot of learning. And then this other space, which is connected to the Innovation Center, will have a kind of a drop-down gate here. But they'll be able to exchange different programs and equipment with staff members. There'll be a small meeting space so they can get some help with learning stuff as well. And then it'll be also able to help us store the stuff that we have safely. So the STEM skills are super important. And we in our community have just a lot of students that have never had access to those kind of skills before. Going further than that, we will also be opening a mobile unit, which will allow us to offer the same exact programming we have here housed at Urban Ventures on our campus, but we'll be able to take it out abroad into the community with our other partners like our schools and some other communities. So that is something that we're excited to do. And even beyond that, we're hoping that we'll be able to provide some form of like certification so that not only do they learn skills, they'll make them competitive candidates to find jobs because they'll have proof of training in the industry, in the STEM fields that will make them marketable as well. So if you think about it, we have built our organization on building strong relationships with our participants, something we do really well. We offer a whole lot of programs, and with this competitive training as well, it's a win for our participants and our community, and it'll be because of you guys. So we thank you for the support that you've given us. We want to help our kids explore their career paths as early as possible because the sky is the limit. And that's a part of our cradle to career philosophy. And so I'm going to turn it over to Susanna so she can tell you about the other side of our cradle to career initiative, and you'll be able to learn more. Thank you.
Welcome to the new edition of the Urban Ventures campus, the Conrail Early Learning Center. This space is part of a year-long effort to bring quality early childhood education to our community and further expand our career-to-career pipeline. We asked the elementary school principals in our area, how can we help them? What can we do to increase the chances that the student goes on to college? They all says the same. The key to academic success is a solid start. Only 1 in 5 kids in our community are kindergarten ready when they enter the school system. The Conrail Early Learning Center will provide quality early education for up to 84 children. These children there will enter the school system more prepared, more supported, and ready to succeed. But it is not just for the children. The most important part in every children's education is the parent. That's why our center is designed to support and amplify the important role parents play in education. Urban Ventures is unique because we already have many programs for parents. When a child enters the center, their whole family can find a place at Urban Ventures. This Conrail Early Learning Center will change lives by providing a head start to children and families. We cannot wait to open the doors and begin serving our community in a new way.
We really can't wait to open those new centers. It is encouraging to know that even in a very challenging year, good programs are expanding and new opportunities are coming for families in our neighborhood. The Empower campaign is a great example of the long-term investment being made in the community through Urban Ventures. I'm joined now by Urban Ventures President and CEO Dave Hahn. Hi, Dave.
Hi, Brandy. You know, Urban Ventures was started with the idea that to affect change, you need to have a long-term, perhaps even permanent presence in the community. Our founders knew then, and we know now, that there is no simple solution, and temporary fixes don't get to the root of the problem. So we've really made it a priority to figure out what's the most important thing we can do that will have the biggest and longest lasting impact, so we can focus on that. And really, no matter how you approach it, education is the key.
Which is why you adopted the Cradle to Career pipeline and set the goal of sending every child in the neighborhood to college or some kind of post-secondary education by 2040.
That's right. Really, educating kids is the best way to strengthen families and build a healthy community. We've seen over and over that education opens doors, not just for the students who gain access to better jobs and great opportunities, but it also opens doors for Urban Ventures to offer more support and serve our community in greater ways.
Which brings us to another story that we're really excited to share, a story about what happens when the whole family gets involved at Urban Ventures.
Mi nombre es Josefina Jiménez. Yo vengo de la Ciudad de México. Fue muy difícil para mí dejar mi casa, mi familia, pero yo buscaba una mejor vida. Tengo aquí a mis 4 hijos que nacieron en este lugar, entonces yo empiezo a tener bastantes dificultades para poder trabajar porque tenía que darlos a cuidar. Tenía que llevarles también su comida para ellos. Mis hijos han tenido pues problemas en las escuelas y yo sé de este programa de Urban. Yo vi ese ambiente de que ellos estaban seguros, de que ellos recibían el alimento, de que ellos recibían el aprendizaje que necesitaban y la ayuda para sus tareas.
The Clemente family is a great story, and that's what we're here to do, to serve families in every stage of their life. For us, it's important to believe in people. We believe that people want to be better parents. We believe that our families want to provide the best for their children. We want to serve, and we want to support, and we want to love, and we want to do everything we do in partnership with our community.
My name is Mia. I'm 8 years old and I love Urban Ventures. I think it's cool that Urban Ventures helps the community that's around here.
To be able to see and work with someone like Mia, where they have been able to accomplish so much, to the point that Mia now has been able to receive and to be able to be someone that will contribute to this community. And for me, it's an honor to be part of that process.
No es porque sea mi nieta, pero es una niña muy especial, muy inteligente, capta todo lo que le dicen y yo estoy muy feliz porque ella va aprendiendo muy rápido.
All the teachers are my favorites because they help me out and I have met a lot of friends. I want to go to college to learn and to have a better future. And I want to be a teacher because I want to help students.
What drives me to come to work every day is to know that there are families that come here every day and they're willing to come and put in the work. There are families that really want to make a change in their family, in the trajectory of their family. And by partnering with Urban Ventures, there is a better future for them.
Urban Ventures pues ha tenido un impacto fundamental en mi familia. Yo veo realizado mis sueños, el sufrimiento pues que pasé, los obstáculos que tuve para estar en este lugar y las adversidades, todo valió la pena de ver el futuro de mis hijos que es mejor. Mis hijas están estudiando, se están preparando. Mi nietecita que es Mía tiene un futuro muy, muy bueno y valió la pena todo lo que yo viví si es para tener mis hijas un futuro mejor.
Urban Ventures is about empowerment. You saw how incredibly gifted, talented, and capable the Clemente family is. Urban Ventures simply came alongside their family with guidance, support, and opportunities that help them unlock their full potential.
And you've seen how Urban Ventures is helping our neighbors and community press through compounding crises. Our vision and strategy take us forward and beyond present circumstances and to a day where every youth in our neighborhood graduates high school and goes on to college or some form of post-secondary education. I want to ask right now if you will help us go further. Help us go forward. In fact, help us continue to do whatever it takes to empower children and their parents to reach their God-given potential. I'm asking you tonight if you will contribute to our good and important work right here, right now.
We've made it really easy for you to give. Just below the video feed, there's a link you can see to a giving page, and on it is everything that you need to make a gift or a pledge to Urban Ventures. You're also able to give online with a credit card. You can do that right now. You can pledge an amount and have someone from Urban Ventures follow up about a fulfillment plan. You can also see Urban Ventures tax ID in case you need to process a gift from a donor-advised fund or foundation, and you can even access the information necessary to gift publicly traded stock. We invite you to do so right now.
As you contemplate your support to Urban Ventures, I want to give a preemptive thank you to our supporters who have already given leadership gifts to help inspire the generosity of others. The ECMC Foundation, our presenting sponsor, along with many other corporate partners, have gifted over $500,000 already this year. I'll be upfront. Our goal for this event is bold. We seek to raise an additional $500,000 for Urban Ventures through this event. Thankfully, I received a call just a few weeks ago from a generous family who wanted to take us halfway there.
Wow.
They made a special anonymous gift of $250,000 in support of this event. Wow. They are encouraging everyone watching to join them in collectively raising the other $250,000. Hey, that's still a big number, but some more generous donors, including members of our board of directors, have pledged additional funding to hopefully inspire you to give tonight. In fact, this group has agreed to add a $500 donation to anyone who is making their first ever gift to Urban Ventures. Or if you are making a second gift tonight after first giving during the Better Together campaign following the social unrest this summer. Another generous donor has agreed to match every gift of $1,000 or more, dollar for dollar. I mean, did you hear that?
That is huge.
That is amazing. Dollar for dollar, over $1,000. You'll see the details about this matching opportunity on the giving page.
So much generosity, so much support. Your gifts do support the everyday work of Urban Ventures, from the music program to the sports teams, the healthy nutrition, from the academic support of students of all ages, to helping parents be equipped to lead their families. You also heard about Urban Ventures' plans for the future through the Empower campaign. You saw the progress with the Cornwell Family Learning Center and the Innovation Center. Your gifts to Urban Ventures not only supports all of the work today, but also propels our community forward into the future through Empower.
You know, every gift matters. Here are just a few ways your support can make a difference. For $100, Urban Ventures is able to provide, through local businesses, groceries and essential care products for a family to ease the pain of unemployment. And for $1,000, we can provide a semester of academic mentoring and support for a child, which is so critical during this season of distance learning. And for $5,000, you can subsidize tuition at the soon-to-open Cornwell Early Learning Center, making it possible for an under-resourced family to send their child for an entire year. You know, there's a verse that really inspires me in the work that I do at Urban Ventures. In the New Testament book of Matthew, chapter 25, it describes the day when each of us stands before Jesus to account for our time on earth. Jesus includes these piercing words, "Truly I say to you, as you did unto one of the least of these, you did unto me." Tonight is another opportunity for you to open your heart for a child in our neighborhood. Our community is hurting. Families are at their breaking point. We need your help.
For those of you who are choosing to give tonight, thank you. Thank you for helping Urban Ventures continue to be a place for youth and for families to come and thrive. Your gift empowers youth and families in our city to reach their God-given potential. And what's so wonderful about empowerment is that it spreads, it multiplies, and when a young person gets a degree, hones a skill, achieves a success, it makes a major impact on their families, their relationships, and really the whole community.
Hey, Brandy, while folks are at home completing their pledge forms, I asked a friend of mine, Victory George, to join us for a few moments. Vic is a sophomore at the University of Northwestern and a longtime participant in Urban Ventures programs. And look, here he is, right on time.
How's it going?
Hey, Vic.
Hey,
How
Vic.
are you doing?
Well, I'll let you guys chat, and I'll be back in a bit.
All right, thanks, Brandy. Vic, thanks for stopping by. Absolutely. Appreciate it. So you got to tell me, how's school going this year?
School is going good. I'm involved in different activities and groups on campus. Also finding my community on campus, so which is good. And I'm also working, so keeping busy.
Yeah, are you ever? Wow.
Yeah.
So, you know, ever since I've known you, I've known you for your smile. You're positive, you're optimistic, but you know, a few times I saw you last year, your smile wasn't as bright as it usually is. You were a freshman at the University of Northwestern. Tell us a little bit about what was going on and maybe why things weren't as great as they usually are.
Yeah, so coming into a campus that is like predominantly white and being one of few students on campus of color was really challenging, trying to find my communities on campus, and it just didn't happen my first year. So I've spent a lot of time by myself and trying to utter all the responsibilities at home while on campus, and it was just really frustrating. So.
And I know you kind of missed your mom, didn't you?
Absolutely.
You have this amazing relationship with your mom, and you've been a caregiver to her. You've helped support her and your siblings, and this was really your first time away from them. Tell us a little bit about your mom and the special relationship you have with her.
Yeah, so it kicked off about high school year where my responsibility came onto a different level. My mom got really sick, or where she became disabled and not being able to do things on her own. So I had to take that role to be her caregiver. And so coming onto campus and not being there with her was just, very challenging. And so it took a huge toll on me because I didn't know the time or the moment where, that could have been the last time I could have seen my mom. But, I got through.
What an amazing kid, I tell you.
Yeah.
So, as you know, tonight is Urban Ventures' big fall event where we seek to raise funds to support what it is that we do in South Minneapolis. Would you mind just sharing with our audience what Urban Ventures has meant to you over the years?
Yeah, absolutely. It all started as a freshman attending Cristo Rey Jesuit High School. I heard about Urban Ventures and the programs that they offered, so I got involved. I started playing basketball, attended the Young Life program, and I also did the mentoring program for the after school.
You were a leader with young
for
kids,
the after school
right?
program at UV. And then I got awarded the Act 6 scholarship, was amazing. So.
Yeah, wow. A lot of people don't know how significant that Act 6 scholarship is. Would you mind just sharing a little bit more about what it is and how it affected you?
Yeah, absolutely. Act 6 is a full need scholarship for all 4 years at a university. And it impacted me the most because college has always been a dream, but Act 6 has made it possible for me to attend college.
And now you're thriving. I mean, you're soaring. You're a sophomore, you're in a leadership role, and you are already making a difference on your campus. I also know that you've continued to work. You were working in high school, you worked every summer, a couple summers even working for us, and then all your freshman year and now into your sophomore year, you've continued to work to help provide for your mom and your family. I also know that you recently opened up your own business. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, so I started my own residential cleaning company, which is called Right Away Services. And it's a cleaning company for all economic levels, but specifically for low-income families to be able to afford and get a quality clean.
So we'll get the word out to everyone about Right Away Services. So if people have a need for residential cleaning services, they know how to contact you. I also know that you have big, ambitious plans for your future. Tell us about those.
Yeah, so I want to finish college, and then I want to attend law school to be a defensive attorney, and then the dream is to be the next president of the United States.
Whoa! So can you start in January?
Hopefully.
Yeah. Wow, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. And you know, you've told me that before, and I hope you remember who's going to be your campaign manager.
Oh, absolutely. The guy standing next to me.
All right, awesome.
Sweet.
Awesome. Well, Vic, thank you so much for coming and doing this. It means a lot to all of us to have you here and for you to share a little bit of your story. You know, a lot of people are watching you tonight. In the last few moments, do you want to look right into the camera and tell our audience whatever's on your heart?
I just want to thank those who make UV possible with all the programs and the activities that they provide. Without UV, I wouldn't be on the platform that I'm on now. Thank you.
Vic, thanks again for coming tonight and sharing a little bit of your story with us. It means a lot. Brandy, would you mind coming back out and bringing this wonderful evening to a close?
It's been a great evening, Dave. Thank you. Vic, thank you. And thank you at home for joining us tonight. In a year with so many challenges, it's even harder not to be gathered together. But we are so glad we could still connect and tell you what's been happening around Urban Ventures. Your support and your encouragement have meant so much to us in a time where the challenges often have felt overwhelming. You've reminded us that we are not alone and that we are facing these challenges together. If you haven't yet made a donation, please consider doing so now. And please invite others to join you by doing the same. In doing so, you are helping bring long-lasting change to our neighborhood. Thank you again for joining us, and have a blessed night.